I have always been that ambitious singer. Even when my skills were not up to the task, I would pick the hardest songs. And it was very frustrating, trust me. Imagine picking songs with like the singer's vocal range is so wide that you cannot even dream about it. And I would pick it with my one octave, one octave voice as at that time. Okay, for you to know that you are actually in a healthy place, you should at least be able to cover 2 octaves. Picking songs that are like 2 octaves and I'm just at 1 octave. An octave is, what I mean by octave is that your voice can cover at least do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If you can do this, at least you're in a safe place. But then I could only do probably like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And I pick songs that are farther than that. I pick songs that like I would have to reach. I would have to go from my chest voice all the way to my head voice. But then I had not even known that there was such a thing as head voice. I said all that to say this. Repertoire is not just about picking songs. It's not just about picking hard songs or songs that challenge you. You also have to pick songs that would assist you in that current stage that you are. Welcome to the Making Musical Quantum Leaps, my beautiful person. And today I want to talk to you about the different stages that you may be, or anyone can be, or should be when they are growing on their musical journey. So, imagine your vocal journey like building a house. You start with solid foundation, Abby. You start with solid foundation, you lay the foundation. And when we are talking about foundation, that's where we are talking about breath control, finding proper posture, standing tall like a proud giraffe. I'm not saying you should be proud. I'm just talking about the posture. And your exercises at that point of your life is very simple exercises. Very simple, very basic exercises. Lip rolls, tongue trills, and more. But as much as they are simple and very basic, it's worth it because they are building your foundation. So at this stage, if you are your own coach, you want to keep it simple. You want to pick simple pop songs, simple folk songs, maybe some simple jazz songs. Yes, I want us to be all over the place at this point of your journey because you're still trying to discover who you are. And a good singer should be able to at least dabble into 1 or 2 musical genres, but he should be very proficient, very excellent at 1 or 2. Some people are gifted and can be excellent at all of them, but at this point of your life, you don't need to be excellent at anything because you're still trying to figure out what you want to sound like, what you love, and what you don't hate, but you don't necessarily like it. So it's good to keep it simple at this point. You're still a beginner, so it's good to keep it simple. So I'm not expecting you to sing one Whitney Houston song just yet. I'm not expecting you to hit one very hard Mariah Carey song just yet. So the next level after this is the intermediate level. Things get a little interesting here because, okay, you've gone beyond like the basic, the foundation. This is where most singers are and they are really very confused. At this stage, you want to start to talk about blending vocal colors. You want to talk about going from chest voice, that strong chest voice, to that heavy head voice. You want to talk about dynamics. You want to talk about that whisper, whisper, to that whisper, whisper, that strong and loud vocals. Yeah. Yes. At this point, you want to start talking about techniques, like intricate techniques. Mind you, in the first level, which is your beginner level, you're talking about ear training. Very important, fundamental, foundation. In fact, that's where you should start from, ear training. You're training your ears to understand pitches, to understand tone. Okay, you're training your ear. You start with matching of pitches so that when somebody does da, you're not doing da or ah. Okay, you're doing da, da. Okay, so you want to start with marching of pitches and all that. But moving on from that place, like I said, intermediate, now your song list, your repertoire starts becoming a little more complex, because now at this point you're still like, you found out what you like, but you're still skeptical about what you want to sound like. So here you're still doing vocal exploration, but the picture is becoming more clear. The picture is becoming more clear. You're working on like I said, dynamics. You're working on techniques. You're working on blending your voice, so that, because at the beginner stage, you hear people have two voices. Like me, I had two voices. I had this chest voice. I had this, blessed be the Lord who reigns forever. This is a total song. I don't know. I'm just pulling it out from wherever. Let me pick a song that we actually know. Okay. My favorite song, Light of the World. So I sounded like this. You step down into darkness, and I had a totally different voice, which is my head voice. And while I'm singing, then you just hear me suddenly go to Light of the World. You step down. No. That's not where we are. Here in the beginner level, you're permitted to have two voices, even three voices, even four voices if you must. But at the intermediate level, you're looking for how to blend them, so that even if you're in your head voice, there's still that originality. There's still that signature that this is this person singing. He's just singing with a higher voice, okay? He's just singing with a higher voice. So that's what happens basically here. We're moving on to the place where we call mastery. Mastery level is the toughest level. Some singers never get here. Some singers are stuck at the intermediate level, but you have to move. You have to move. Here you are opting up your games. You're increasing everything. You're going for the very tough things. Those crazy riffs and runs, those ascending riffs and runs and descending, those pentatonic scales, those chromatic scales, those Arabian scales. You're going upward. At this point, you're developing your own unique style. You know what you want now, and you're working on it. You know exactly what you want. You're working on it. You're developing your stage presence. Yes, how you comport yourself on the stage. Some people don't know that. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You cannot separate music from drama. They are intertwined. Okay, they are interlooped, and they're intertwined. So at this stage, you're working on your stage presence, how you want to look on stage when you're singing certain songs. So in your repertoire, you want to pick songs where you have to dramatize, where you have to demonstrate what you're singing. Yeah. At this stage, you're not just someone who is learning to sing. You are a performer. So I've mentioned like 3 stages, but people of God, even amongst these 3 stages, there are still stages in between. Okay, there's a stage between beginner and intermediate. There's a stage between intermediate and mastery. Okay, yeah. So, there's also this stage I like calling professional. Yes, it's after mastery. Now, professional, you have everything all covered up. You have all the knowledge you need. You know how to solve your problems. But then again, sometimes it will look like you've reached a plateau. You're not growing. You're just stuck at a point. It is time to go back to the foundation again. Sometimes you may need to go back to learn afresh. Go back to the basic foundations. Just go through them. Then you can even change your style. You can move from R&B to pop. You can move from pop to probably even classical, to explore the classical realm. So guys, so whatever stage you are right now, I don't want you to feel pressure. I know as I began to talk, you began to find out where you are on this, in this your vocal journey. But whatever stage you are, do not feel pressure. You need to garner songs that would fit into that stage. As we continue to progress and we start to use our band lab, we'll begin to, probably from next week, we'll begin to do songs, and I would begin to refer you to songs, and we'll begin to even find out, okay, how do I fish out these songs? That's another podcast. How to actually get songs to put in your repertoire. We're still like talking about all the factors that should affect the repertoire. But from next week, we'll begin to think, where do we go to get these songs? Whew. That's all for today. I hope you learned a lot. Yeah, it's very short, but it's for your good. I don't want to give you too much. Even this is too much already for some of you. Some of you want me to stay, okay, beginners, we cover beginners in this board, we cover intermediates on this board. Even this is still too much, so let's just stop here. So remember the drill, guys. Remember the drill. Like, comment, share with friends, people you know would need this. Don't just keep this message. Don't just keep this gospel of good singing to yourself. Okay, bye.